In the heart of a nation built on the promise of stability, a subtle but persistent tremor can be felt. This is democratic instability, a term that describes the erosion of the shared norms and trust that underpin a functioning republic. It's not a sudden collapse, but a gradual fraying of the social and political fabric. It begins with the simple act of casting a ballot, an act now shadowed by contention and doubt for many. We see its effects in the widening chasm of political polarization. Debates that once fostered compromise now descend into unbridgeable divides. This isn't just political theater. It has real-world consequences. It seeps into our communities, our workplaces, and even our families, straining the bonds of social cohesion that hold us together when we can no longer see common ground with our neighbors. The very idea of a united society begins to fracture. The national conversation becomes a cacophony of competing monologues, not a dialogue. This erosion of trust extends to the institutions that form the bedrock of governance, from the courts to the legislature. A growing skepticism casts a long shadow. For the average citizen, this translates into a pervasive sense of uncertainty. Will the rules of today apply tomorrow? Can we rely on the systems designed to protect our rights and ensure our security? This institutional distrust breeds a low-grade, chronic anxiety, impacting mental health in ways we are only beginning to understand. The constant exposure to political conflict and social tension creates a state of perpetual alert, wearing down our collective resilience. Economically, the effects are just as profound. Instability is a poison to long-term confidence. Businesses hesitate to invest when the political landscape is unpredictable. This can lead to slower job growth and stagnating wages. For families, this uncertainty complicates major life decisions. Planning for the future, whether it's buying a home, saving for retirement, or investing in a child's education, becomes a far more daunting task. The rising cost of living, coupled with economic volatility, squeezes household budgets and amplifies financial stress. The American dream, predicated on the belief that hard work leads to a better future, feels increasingly out of reach for many when the foundation itself seems to be shifting. Beyond the headlines and economic data, there is a quieter, more personal cost. It's the loss of a shared sense of purpose and identity. When trust in our neighbors and our institutions fades, we can feel adrift. Social fragmentation intensifies, creating echo chambers where our own beliefs are reinforced and opposing views are vilified. This retreat into ideological tribes undermines the empathy and mutual respect necessary for a pluralistic society to thrive. The feeling that we are all in this together is replaced by a sense of isolation and division. We become more guarded, more suspicious, and less connected to the broader community. The United States has weathered periods of intense division before, emerging stronger and more unified. But the current landscape presents a unique set of challenges in a hyper-connected, rapidly changing world. As the systems we once took for granted face unprecedented stress, the daily lives of citizens are reshaped in ways both seen and unseen. The future is not yet written, and the path forward remains uncertain. The question we are left with is not simply how we navigate this instability, but what kind of society we want to rebuild on the other side. What will it take to restore the trust and shared purpose that a healthy democracy requires?